So Wakefield has changed from past to present, but we're starting with a bit of the past. And we're here at Wakefield Town Hall with our special guest. We've got the Madam Mayor, Josie, and also our Danny as well.
Special guest, I'm part of this, love.
Just
special
so excited because we've found the
Danny's here
secret
as
tunnel.
well. Athena's here with us today. She's a bit off the weather today. Yeah, she's had her injections yesterday, so she's a bit...
She's smiling.
Yeah, we're flying back to the 1800s. We're actually in the old courtroom, and now lots of people don't realise, but there's actually some secret tunnels under here. So if you got arrested out on Westgate, I don't know if there was still the Westgate run back in those days, you would have got arrested, gone to Old Police Station, which is being converted, and then come under in a tunnel to the courtroom. Then, if you got locked up, another tunnel back to Wakefield Prison. But people like me would have been locked up back in the day because if you've suffered from postnatal depression, Wakefield Prison used to be a place for women who'd committed crimes, but also for women with mental health problems. I'm very excited.
That's all I gathered, love. I'm thinking she's doing an introduction here and she's just rabbiting on.
Yeah, anyway.
We just stood here like this thinking, right? Yeah, we'll get a word in.
So we are going to go on to some interesting facts about here. We go around the mulberry bush, aren't we? Anyway, I'll shut my trap.
Right, well, we'll go on a tour around here. We'll have a bit of a chat.
Aye,
Talk
find
about
out
what's
a bit
going
of
on.
history of Shakey WAKEY.
Shakey WAKEY. It's not Shakey WAKEY. If you go to old cop shop, then you're in here, then you're in jail. Yeah, that's it. Not even time for the sandwich, don't we? We're gutted. Right.
Obviously, we've got all the lovely photos of all the mayors past.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of vertigo looking at mine. It's right high.
Yours right up the top there.
Up the top, so it's sort of snakes.
Oh, right, so it comes along that way, does it, and go...
So they start at that end, down and up.
Right.
What did you have to do to become mayor?
So you have to be an elected member of the council. So I put myself up for election to run as a Labour councillor, because I am a Labour councillor. But when you wear the mayor's stuff, you're non-political, so neither. I'm neither Labour nor Conservative, Lib Dem, whichever. There's none of that involved. I am non-political when I'm in the mayoral role. And I was elected in 2021, and I was deputy mayor 22 to 23, and then 23 to 24 the mayor.
Yeah.
So yeah, all good.
And has it been fun? Has it been fun?
Nerve-wracking,
Yeah.
because it's a big responsibility in it. Because you'd actually, when I come out of here as the mayor, I'm representing
Wakefield
Council and Wakefield District. So you need to remember that when you're out doing work.
So you can't go on Lash anymore on Westgate Run.
No.
But no, it's like that. It's like you said, when kids see you for the first time like this, then that's imprinted in their head then that they've seen the mayor.
So we're going to schools and we talk about the mayoral role and what we're doing. They ask us questions and then we invite some in here, and we've had school children in here because I think this is a fabulous room.
This is lovely.
It needs to be seen and not hidden. And
Definitely.
the school kids deserve to come in and have a look and see exactly what we do.
I'm just having a nosy around while you're talking.
It's lovely that we've still got something so historic and...
It's steeped in history and, that's the is that the very first mayor, Nina? 18th something history?
Yeah, this is George Harrison, Wakefield's first mayor. So I think the Wakefield district boundary line would have looked a little bit different.
Yeah.
But Wakefield's first mayor is George Harrison.
Right.
And he's the first name on the linear board out here.
Oh.
And you were saying earlier about the courtroom as well, that's steeped in history.
Yes. Yeah. If you like history, this is the place to be.
That must be a nice achievement for you, doing what you're doing and then thinking, what my name's going to be on that board.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be history now. When you look back and it's with all those names there,
and you don't realise that when I said, when I was nominated, because I was grateful that I was nominated, to be and then elected, I was like, oh yeah. And then when we come in here and you actually see it and it's your name's up there, and I'm thinking, somebody's going to be sat there and my name's going to be there. And 23, 24, it was.
You're part of history.
History now, And it does take you a little bit. It caught me by surprise, and I thought, oh wow, it's important.
And do you do the Beyonce thing? So like when you put on your chain, you're no longer the other person. You are the mayor. Do you know, like a psychological shift?
It is.
I wonder where that would go in then, love.
No, no, I'm not going to ask about dance moves.
I've got none. But it is, and it's knowing what to do and when. There's a photo and it made me smile, and it's the recent photo. I went to Cathedral for a celebration of the incoming of the Dean, and it's a big celebration for them, and we were there, and I asked to attend, and I attended, and it was, oh well, we're parading down, and I said, oh right, well, where do I need to be? And you can sort of see me going, need to do it, and then in the next camera shot of the photo, I'm sort of like this, my shoulders are back, and I'm heading it, and I know what I'm doing, but you know, a couple of seconds before, I'm like, what to do? Right, got it, and I'm off.
Yeah.
And it's that sort of, it's that persona then, you know, you're the Mayor of Wakefield. I'm still Josie, because I can never not be Josie. I can't put a show on for. I just know that I bring out Josie in the mayoral role, if that makes sense. So because I don't want to be anybody else. You don't want people to think, well, we haven't seen the real Josie. I want people to see the real Josie. I'm a mum, I'm a family, I'm a wife. I'm all the things that everybody else are out there, and I'm no different. It's just that I've been lucky to be nominated, and I've got this position, and I hope I'm delivering it the best that I can, that Josie can, really. And that's how I feel.
Yeah. The first time I met you, you made an impression on me, and it was a good one, you know what I mean? And
it was when we were getting Athena named, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you sort of accosted you like,
yeah.
And I remember you both looking at me thinking, wow.
Because she wasn't dressed up in this then, I'm telling you.
I won't. I had nothing to say that I wasn't there. I've just got my jeans on, a jumper, and I'm like,
oh dear, I thought, hey, up, what's happening here? Where's that courtroom?
I just thought, bit of a crazy lady. But I thought, no, I need to introduce myself. I've seen all the photos.
Shall we have a couple of drinks and have a sip?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes, love, definitely have a couple of sandwiches. A couple of them.
Some are in there as well, some cheese.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Lucky for that. I like you, love.
I know, I'm coming back.
Filling my plate up.
This is a piece from the Mulberry Bush in Wakefield Prison. Every now and again, as it gets to a certain size, they'll trim it back, and they make pens and they make key rings and things from it. And I don't know whether they built it around the Mulberry Bush or what. And I think the original tree would have died at some point because they keep taking cuttings of it and replanting. So it's probably its great grandfather.
Yeah, because I think it died in 2019
this right
or
here,
2017.
Well, you learn something every day. I didn't know that rhyme come from there.
That's the origins of that nursery.
Yeah.
And the Grand Old Duke of York up Sandal Castle. At Many Gates Park, that's turrets. So they rode across there and they rode up to Sandal Castle, and that's the Grand Old Duke of York. He had 10,000 men.
Be careful, I think she's after your job here. I'll just sit eating sandwiches and just listening to historians. There we go. So I noticed all this stuff up here. So is this from like past mayors on here? And
the maces.
What's that there then?
The chains would have.
It's the mace.
The chains Pontefract.
So what do you do with that? Like knock somebody over the head?
Yeah. So the mayor's mace is a symbol of authority, and it's a symbol that today the mayor is in town, and that you're in the presence of the king's representative. So Dave will carry the mace wherever the mayor goes. And you would just naturally assume that this end is the top of the mace, and that's the bottom end, which is the way that Dave carries it, with the big bulbous head to the top. That's actually carried upside down routinely, and then when the monarch is in town, Dave would be expected to carry it the other way, which is a symbol that the mayor has surrendered their power to the monarch.
Oh, so if we see Dave with it up that way, we know king's in town.
We know the king's in town.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
We sat at home and we sat outside having a brew and we see Dave walk past with it up that way.
Yeah.
We know what's going on.
Yeah, and it has been carried its correct way a couple of times in Wakefield.
What's that with spikes? What's that for?
Well,
That's what I mean.
The mayor's mace started life as a weapon of war.
Just a club, basically.
Right.
So it was a club. So you would have had Mel Gibson on horseback leading the king into battle. So the king didn't lead the troops into battle. It was the mayor's mace bearer that led the battle.
Right.
With the king behind the mace bearer. A weapon of war, and this would have had all sorts of nasty metal, glass, steel shards on it. And
Right.
it was a weapon of war, you know, you'd get clumped round the
Ah,
back
they
of the
got
head
clumped
with
with that
and
straight
was
off,
the
wasn't
end of-
Yeah.
There's one up above
Yeah.
there as well.
And-
The one over the door.
Oh, wow.
I'd have been done for nicking sandwiches. Bush.
Yeah.
Started life as a weapon of war, and then over the years, the Mayor of Scotland, the King of Scotland would have said to the King of England, they'd want to get a message to them, so the top had come off, and they'd put a note inside and seal it, and then they'd say to the mace bearer, go and deliver that to the King of England, will you? So it became a bit of
Right.
a letter post box kind of thing.
Oh, thank you for having us down today and having a few sandwiches and a chat. And
We don't rate it sandwiches from Create Cafe.
no, I'll tell you something, they're quite nice, them.
So we've swapped days and we've opted over, and I'm now at Wakefield Cathedral. So they recommended this at the Town Hall. You might be able to do Told London in a day, but you can't do Shakey WAKEY in a day. So it's a new day, new dawn. Danny's doing his meet and greet, and we're here in Wakefield, checking out Wakefield Cathedral. But don't worry, there is crafts. Do you guys like rhubarb? No. Oh dear. Well, we'll see if there's something that they'll find interesting today as well. So I've got a little challenge because we've got Isaac, Elijah and Chiz here. Yes, we've got Camera Lass and I and all our kids together. So it's the weekend whilst we're recording this, so you know what it's like. Bring the kids along because it's always more fun and you get to explore a bit more of the city in a very different way. We're kids, don't you? What are you most excited about doing?
Probably everything.
Getting food.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much getting food. But first, crafts. Wakey Cathedral has been here for 1,000 years. Yes, it's known as the Mother Church because it's the home church of the whole diocese here. And it's all things rhubarb today, as it's actually the Rhubarb Festival, because Wakefield is home of the Rhubarb Triangle. So it's between Morley, which is outside Leeds, Rothwell, and then Wakey, and we're known for his force-grown rhubarb. Yes, do you know rhubarb? Love it or hate it. I think Dan likes it in a bit of jam. He'll like anything in a bit of jam. But for me, I've escaped today because I like to do healthy stir fries. I'm a bit weird with my rhubarb, and a bit of gin if I'm drunk. I have drank in the past, and that is amazing. So whether you love rhubarb or you hate it, honestly, Wakefield is the place to come. Well, Yorkshire is, because if you're shoving rhubarb down your gob, think of Yorkshire, because it's properly grown here in Yorkshire, that rhubarb. We're not just the home of steel in Sheffield, no, we're home of rhubarb. So Wakefield Cathedral is actually oldest building in Wakefield. Yes, it's older than our Dan, Mr. Yorkshire, who's having a rest because he's doing a meet and greet. And actually there's a labyrinth here, so that's where you basically walk in a circle. It's all peaceful. It's a bit of mindfulness, bit of meditation, and you can do it here at the cathedral. Somebody tells me as well there's some sneaky cellar spaces downstairs that you can go and have a roam around on a special tour, and there's a big spire you can climb up when I've done a scheduled abseil, not just when I've jumped off. But if anyone saw our Dan doing his Leeds charity abseil, well then you'll know he won't be doing that anytime soon, as much as he wants to raise money for charity. He looked like a squashed Brussels sprout after he'd done his last one, so I won't be forcing him down the cathedral, but I will be forcing him in here because it is stunning. You just take a look around and make sure you look up. You may not know, but Wakefield Cathedral is marking 60 years since it got 13 bells. Now, anyone who's had a go, yes I have, at ringing those bells, it's actually really difficult. So I don't fancy walking up, and I wouldn't fancy Mr. Yorkshire doing that either, and then ringing all those bells every day. But, you know, it's a great sport, and apparently it's very competitive too. You know I love facts, so I'm going to share with you as many facts as I can about Wakefield, aka the Merry City, Wakersfeld, in 1 minute. So, time's on, let's go. So, Wakefield, as it was known as Wakersfeld, or it was the Merry City, or now Shakey WAKEY, is actually right in the heart of Yorkshire, right in the heart of England. It's also where you can find Monster Mansion, which is actually Wakefield Prison, on the same road as Wakey Wines, both notorious in their own right. But also in Wakefield there's the Westgate Run, that's a really popular bar crawl. Henry Boone's, which is on the cusp of the prison, where a lot of the prison officers used to go. That's really well known, but sadly it's shut down and hopefully going to be under new ownership. I'm here at the Wakefield Cathedral. That's been here, the mother church, for 1,000 years. It's the heart of the diocese in Wakefield. We're also known for his rhubarb, as you may know, as well as Barbara Hepworth. We're home of the Hepworth Gallery, Talyard North, as well as the second oldest building in Wakefield, which is Fino Italian Restaurant, and they do some good Italian grub, and also the Yorkshire Brasserie on that road too. And I'm out of time, but there's so many more facts I need to tell you, such as nursery rhymes, mulberry bush, and also the Grand Old Duke of York, all from Wakefield. So that's all from Shakey Wakey. Yes, the home of our Jane MacDonald on a cruise. I could go on a cruise now because we come inside because it's raining outside, but we're in the Ridings shopping centre. This has been open since 1983, and it was a bit of a landmark at the time because it had a big glass lift and even a fish pond, and it was based on shopping centres abroad, and then it became pioneering in the UK. Now it's just changed hands, so it's having a big facelift at the moment. There's loads of fabulous shops, and Jane MacDonald's favourite, WH Retail, yes, she's donated lots of dresses there, the cruise ship star. But I'm not sure, do you know who Jane MacDonald is? No. Who impresses you? Are there any famous people in Wakefield? Your mum, the camera woman, yay! Anyway, that's all from Shakey Wakey. See you soon. Peace, love, and Wakefield vibes. Say bye. I look like I'm on CBeebies. Say bye.